What do people think of when they think of special needs? Someone who is stupid and not normal, and someone who won't amount to anything? But special needs is not that in any way. They're normal, just like the rest of us. They have feelings, emotions, judgments, opinions that matter, just like us. So how does that make them different? They may look a bit different and learn in a certain way, but don't we all? We live in a world where diversity and difference is accepted, then why do we have a problem with special needs? Why do we apologize when we see a child who has special needs? Do we apologize to the parent sitting on a brown bench whose child has just kicked their sibling for not getting their toy? Then why do we apologize to parents whose child is acting out and they're just trying to calm them down? Why is it that we can hold a door for a child in a wheelchair, but when that same child wants to play with ours, that child is not normal enough to match yours? Why do we turn our backs, walk away, and ignore when it's easier to lend a hand? Why do we turn our backs and walk away? When there is a child who is nonverbal, we think all they can do is verbal. But that child may have the ability to change the world with their view, but instead of listening, we think it's our cue to tune them out. If we are all equal and we have equal rights, then why do we feel the need to tell them that we are more superior, that we have greater power, that we are more important and even more cared about, that we are better? Why do we have to treat them with disrespect or even pity? You may say that they are a failed evolutionary mutation, yet what makes you not? Take a look at where you stand. Your life is ordinary. You go through happiness and grief. You feel sadness and then retreat. You want to be loved and understood, and everybody else does too. So stop and think. Don't just listen, but think. Think of what is different about a child who has special needs. Their disability is a part of them, yet doesn't completely define them. You're a lefty, so that's all you'll ever be. You're a mom and nothing more. You're just a black male, and that's all you'll be ever seen as. You're an Asian who's good at math. You're an old woman who's taking up space on a hospital bed. You're a drug addict and nothing else to offer the world. But you immediately stop and think, and quickly come to the conclusion that I am wrong. You're not just a lefty. You enjoy singing and entertaining and have a family and love your job. You're not just a mom. You have a career and love to travel. And you're not just a black male. You're a student and a single dad who loves his kids. And you're not just an old woman. You're not just an Asian who's good at math. You volunteer at homeless shelters and work while taking care of your younger sister. You're not just an old woman on a hospital bed. You're a retired pediatrician and you have helped many youth over the years. You're more than just a drug addict. You're an artist who can create a masterpiece within minutes. So now, I ask you, what is a child with special needs? He's your sibling who loves to dance and makes great paintings. She is your neighbor who is slow at reading but can beat you at math. He is your student who is shy and doesn't make eye contact but can write great stories. She is your friend who is super flexible and great at gymnastics. He is your son who doesn't speak but whose smile can make your day complete. She's a random girl on the street who isn't quick to respond but can tell hilarious jokes. There are kids with a lot of talents and skills, but all you see is a wheelchair, a tube in the stomach, a trach in the throat, a weird face, a grown person throwing a tantrum, a loser in the corner. So now, next time someone asks you, what is special needs, you can tell them they're normal, just like you and me.